The Rams take the top spot in the NFC West. The Vikings, sneaky. They sneak into the last playoff spot. They hold the tiebreaker, guys, with the Cardinals based on common opponents. I've said it all year. I'll say it again. Just when you think you have this division figured out, it flips and it flops and it turns on a dime. I'm not going to try to predict how this division ends up. I mean, the Niners are probably going to win this thing. Can you guys tell me how you see the West playing out these final four?
I look at McVay there in those comments, and it's like he doesn't even want to take a second to enjoy the victory because he knows that in about 90 hours they're playing Bill Belichick in their building, and Belichick just won 45-0 against the Chargers. But let's say his dominance over the Cardinals is worth noting because the Cardinals are in the conversation. McVay is now 7-0 versus the Cardinals, and it's dominance. Like 33 points per game is the average, with the Cardinals averaging 12 points per game. They have never scored less than 31 in a game under McVay against the Cardinals. So I mentioned that, and it brings up this Rubik's Cube or a pretzel of the NFC West, Kay, because as good as he is against the Cardinals, can't beat Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers.
I like it. It's like hierarchy.
It is. And then the Seahawks, for as good as they are, they own the 49ers and can't beat the Rams. So it's this weird deal where, like, who's going to do what? And Thursday night, McVay really reveres Bill Belichick. Like, they have a relationship now, and I just know how much he respects him. You can't go in there and just say, hey, I want to play. They have to kick the Patriots' butt. If they are going to win this division, they need to make a national statement on Thursday night on 4 days rest and beat up a Patriots team that has won 4 of 5.
So true.
Yeah, Belichick embarrassed him, man.
He did.
That was one of the worst nights of McVay's life. It had to be that Super Bowl.
No doubt about it. Did embarrass him, for sure. You mentioned this pretzel of a division in the NFC West. Speaking of food, so I went out to dinner Saturday night, and we were celebrating my son getting his first offer. I'm sitting there looking at this menu. I don't know what I want to eat. I'm like, should I go with this burger? I know I'm going to get out this burger. It's consistent.
Okay, yeah.
I kind of want the crab.
Don't make me hungry.
I want some seafood.
Don't make me hungry.
I want some seafood. I didn't know. And my wife, and I always do this at dinner, and she's like, if you're undecided, it's okay. It's okay. Just get both, and we'll split it here at the table. I bring all that up is because it's okay to say you're undecided about this division. Well, I know we're on TV, and we wake up, and we got to make a take, and we got to predict. I can't do it right now. It seems like every time I decide to hang my hat on one team in the NFC West, they disappoint me. If I'm looking at Seattle and saying, Russell Wilson, the MVP, they're legit, I trust them in December, then they get smacked around. Forget about the score. They got smacked around by the Giants. If I'm looking at the Rams and they're that burger, I know what I'm going to get out of Sean McVay. They're consistent. I know what it's going to taste like. I'm just not sure if I'm decided on that right now. Because as much as I love Seattle, as good as San Francisco has looked with everything they've been through, this will come down to the week 16.
I don't want to pick.
This is going to come down to Seattle facing the Rams late in the season. And we said it at the beginning of the year. I remember us talking about how good this division is going to be. The NFC West is loaded. And the division winner will be decided in week 16 when these two teams face each other.
We're burying the lead here. Little Nate got a scholarship.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
What you got, Nate?
Hello.
Florida International University, FIU.
Okay, FIU.
For football.
How does he feel about that?
He was mind blown. He was sitting there playing video games, nervous. His little heart started racing. His chest was pumping. And it's a football offer. And, I always thought that he'd get basketball first.
Did his mother tell him it's okay to be undecided?
Yeah, it's okay to be undecided. He wanted to commit right now. He's showing me pictures. He's like, Dad, it's right on the beach. It's in Miami. Turn up. I was like,
really?
You got 2 years. You're a sophomore.
If FIU's coming, there'll be more coming. Just everybody relax. And I'll bring it to Nate. You're talking about the burger or this. I think it's going to come down to the hummus. You know the hummus is?
What's that?
Jared Goff. The hummus. Everybody, Monday morning, your Jared Goff highlight package. Woo! Here he is, Mr. Hummus. And why do I say hummus? It's nutritious. It's efficient. It's
just enough.
It ain't exactly the salsa, but it gets it done, and it's been to the biggest stage. Listen, Jared Goff played really poorly the week before. We talked about this. Sean McVay
you.